Welcome to We Seek First podcast, where we talk about living life as a Christian and everything in between. We are your hosts, Takara,
Katrina, Latresa, and LaQuinta.
Join us every week for a fresh episode. But today we have an exciting episode for you, so sit back, relax, and let's talk. Welcome back to another episode. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
I'm doing wonderful.
Oh, that's great. So to start off this episode, I was listening to another podcast. I won't mention who they are right now because they're kind of well known. But so I was listening to them and they were asking each other questions. It's a couple, they're married. They were asking each other questions and they asked a really good question and I wanted to bring it to you guys to see what you thought. Okay. Because I had some thoughts about it. Okay. So their question was, from your heart and soul, what do you really want? And this question got me to thinking, and it was like, okay, what do you think about the most all day long? Something that you really, really want. It could be anything.
Okay.
And go.
I'll go first. Me. For me, here lately, it has really been, I believe the Lord's been working with me. I'm serious, y'all. I just, recently, like at church and stuff, I'm like,
that push?
Yes. Mine would be just seeking the Lord. I want to
grow closer.
Yeah. I feel I want to be more close to him, really focus on the word, just dive deep into it. And, I want to feel close. So that's one of the things.
Okay. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's something that you should be thinking about
all
every
the time.
day.
Do we? We do not. Most of us do not.
No.
But
not
here
all
lately,
day.
I've been really... that's been on my mind, on my heart. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Anybody else? Do you have anything else?
That I really want.
Like,
if I'm being honest,
it could be anything.
All right.
And I know these answers may seem like, that should be everybody, but just because you think about it every day does not mean that this is something that you're really like running after, just like growing closer to God. That's something that you really have to put forth effort into doing. Yeah. So just because it's being nudged on your heart to do does not mean that that's something that you're actively doing, you know. But that's a good one.
I guess mine would be, I think about this every single day. I guess you can say growing closer to God, that's one, but I'm not going to repeat. So I'll give it a new one. I guess I can say losing weight. This is like,
that's a good one.
Man, y'all, I have really just let myself go. I don't know what happened.
As all of us.
Oh, I know what happened to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I'm trying to get back to that place where I was a few years ago, but it's just so hard.
It is.
Because
I
food
constantly
is good.
think about it.
It
Yeah.
is. But then
It's
there
hard.
are other things that get in the way. It's not just
Life.
the food.
Yeah.
Life it's I don't know. It's
You
just
may want to
harder.
work out every day, but
Yeah.
some days you
Some
just
people
don't have the
don't have time. Yeah.
My thing is, what have worked for me in the past was exercising in the morning. And if I could just get back to, I did it all last week. I got up and I did it. But this week, I don't know. I just have felt so tired, just beat down.
Yeah.
And I wake up and I'm like, man, I can't get up.
Well,
I
it
just don't
depends
feel
upon your
like
schedule
it.
too. Like you would
Well-
have a good schedule. You can get up. I work at 7. Like, who getting up? Like,
Well, I mean,
a
you
lot
still
of people get up
can.
at 5.
Yeah.
And they go
I
to the
can't.
gym.
You can. You think you can't, but you can.
You
and
can.
I don't know. I it's just really hard. That's me. And food, I'm so conscious of what I'm eating.
Yeah.
All throughout the day, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
what is this?
How
I
much-
can't have this.
Yeah.
Oh, I want something sweet. Oh man, it's just hard. I hate the struggle of that.
Me
It's just
too.
hard.
And then
Yeah.
too, for me, I have the same thing with weight. And it's like I have to remind myself I'm not the same person that I was years ago when I was doing so well. I'm not in the same predicament. My circumstances are not the same. And my age and how that affects how I lose weight is not the same as it was.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to be hard on yourself, but not that hard.
Yeah.
Because you will never be able to go back to what it was years ago.
I think I can.
No, I'm not
You
talking about the
can.
weight. I'm
I
talking about.
will.
I'm not talking about the number. I'm talking about how it was back then.
Well, I'm not necessarily trying to get back to the number. Excuse me. I'm not trying to get back to the number, but I don't know. I know what works for me, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Can I go back?
No, I
didn't
understand what you're
appreciate
saying,
it back then
because
Yeah.
I
I
was
used-
exercising and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was like whatever. But now it's just
harder
so
to
hard.
do.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's
It
such a
is.
long journey.
It
It
is.
Like when you look back and
Mhm.
see other people who have lost weight,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it take that hard
Yeah.
journey
Yeah.
is long, and
Yep.
it take a good year to get
Yeah.
where you want to be.
I used to actually like to work out.
Me too.
When
I
we
It's
did,
hate
a
it.
stress relief.
what
I
was
hate
the
it.
MMA thing? I may
Beachbody?
go back to
It's
that.
on
Yeah,
Beachbody,
it's
yeah.
from
I can't remember the
Joel
name.
and
Caitlin?
No,
No,
it's
there-
two.
it was
It's
two
two
J's.
J's.
but
Jericho.
Janet?
Yeah, Joel
Joel
and
and Jericho.
Jericho's workout. It was like an MMA thing. When I tell you, I loved the burn. Like the burn was like motivation. It was like I can lose weight. Like it's working, and I lost the most weight with it.
Yeah.
I may have to go back to that. It felt good to, I felt like I could just beat somebody up. They would do the moves.
Wow.
No, you couldn't. So the whole workout,
like that
you're putting the
workout.
moves in, then you put them all together at the end.
Yeah.
And I remember our brother was messing with me, like, joking around, and I
Yeah.
did the little move on. He was like, he was like, oh my goodness, I felt the wind. I was like, that's right. See? I felt strong, I may go
That
back
was
to
an
that. It was
awesome
fun.
program.
I
It
looked
just
at it. I
takes a
tried to do a
while.
little bit of it,
Yeah.
but that's not something that I wanted to work my way up to.
That's
that.
what
Yeah.
I'm trying to
So-
do.
Yeah.
Because I used to do Insanity,
Mhm.
and
Me too.
I
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
dream about doing
and
Insanity
it would be
now.
insanity for me to try to do it today.
You are correct.
You know what's hard too? Like if you haven't worked out in so long, the first few weeks are just like you feel like you're gonna
Torture.
die.
Yeah, but you
For me,
eventually get
yeah.
over it though.
Yeah,
You just keep
and
going.
I had gotten to the point so bad where walking up steps got me tired.
Really?
Ooh, that is
And then
Well,
bad.
after
and then-
working out for a while,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
And
so it
we
takes
all
a while.
have like home jobs where we sit down
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
hours.
Mhm.
That's my
so
problem.
that's
Yep. And
why
then
it's
when
like
you
that.
sit, you want a snack, and it's
That's
like,
true.
Well, I mean, I was working out at the end of last year, but when New Year's came, I went hard like eating junk. I don't know what happened.
What? On New Year's, that's supposed to be a
It
resolution.
ruined New Year's. Y'all know we had a good time.
We did.
Man.
Well, that's right after the holidays, and
Yeah.
then
It
you know
screwed
you
me up
want-
bad.
You
I
still
was
want
about to
eat
say
like
we didn't
that.
even do bad for Thanksgiving.
No,
It was
Thanksgiving
New
I
Year's.
was fine.
Yeah.
Christmas I was fine. But when
Yeah.
New Year's came, we had
Yeah.
our big party.
Yeah.
It was it for me. Whatever.
What's another thing that you want other than weight loss? Because I know there are other things that you think about. Katrina, do you have anything to add, LaQuinza?
Well, sure. I'm gonna copycat
Okay.
off of
Okay.
Latricia because that's my number one. I want to
Yeah.
get closer to God, and the reason is because I mean, of course, we should do it, but lately we have seen a lot of death.
We have.
And it's like,
We have.
okay, when you
Yeah.
die, that is it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you don't.
What
that's
you
like
have
a
done in
child.
your life,
Yeah.
that is it.
Yeah.
And it's like you never know when your time is gonna come,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I don't want to be the one who wait until I die, and then
Yeah.
it's like it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl,
So
that's
that's what
heavy.
Girl, look, let me
That-
tell
no,
you.
I feel her. I don't know. It's something like he's been giving me dreams, and
Yeah.
like I could be left behind. And we're not
Yeah.
talking about my clothes sitting there. And everybody, neatly
Like the
folded.
Kirk Cameron
Yeah,
movie.
We're not talking about that. I'm talking about like everyone else is moving forward in their
Yeah.
journey with Christ, and I'm left by myself, and I don't want that.
Because really, that's what matters
The most.
Stuff in this
Yes.
world does not
It
matter
does
at
not.
all.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because you could lose it and lose your life, and
Yeah.
if you hadn't gotten your life right with
Right.
God,
Yeah.
all that stuff you had in life,
Right.
it does not mean
Losing
anything.
weight
That's
Yeah.
number
don't mean a
one.
hill of beans.
Hill of
Yeah.
beans.
You can
You
get
in
into
hell.
heaven fast.
Yeah.
He's like, come
God-
on up
yeah,
here, fluffy.
That's
You know?
that's one of the things that I love about God. He
Mhm.
does not care about what you look like.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
your
No respect of
inside.
persons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, we're supposed to be new anyway. Like when he says that we're new in him, he doesn't mean the outside of us. He means the inside, the part that he sees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
most
So-
important part. So
You know.
Your
And
heart.
one other thing, if we're looking at in the world, I would say I want financial freedom because
Ooh, girl.
I have been working
Oh, yes.
since I was
working.
17 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to be able, even if I work, I want to be
Yeah.
able to say, not be able to say like, oh, how am I going to pay this bill? Or,
Mhm.
you
Or
know, that
thinking
kind.
about-
I don't want to worry about money at all.
Or-
Not that I want to be rich, but
Yeah.
you know.
Or
Yeah.
like have the question, this bill comes every month? Like, you mean y'all don't skip? Like, y'all come every single,
Mhm.
y'all don't forget? There's no glitch in the system?
Girl,
Right
I
now, I'm
wish.
trying to work things out. It's rough. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you
Adulting
want to
is
be
not fun.
right. I didn't think it was gonna be all peaches and cream, but it's like it's starting to get on my nerves because I'm single and like I need some help. Can I
Amen
find some
to
help?
that.
You know,
that's not why I want to get married. Because
no, it's not.
that's not one of my
all that.
problems. The financial problem, I've gotten it under control. But I mean, just the fact that you want to be with somebody
Yeah,
or
you wanna share
a
your
partner,
life.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Build
what it is.
something with
Yeah.
another
Yes.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I've told y'all, I don't like to be alone.
Yeah,
You
she
don't.
does.
I need a partner, and it's like, where
Yeah.
are you?
They'll come.
And I'm so old. I'm just like, I'm preparing my mind. I'm
Why do
preparing
you
myself.
say that? You
I
are not
know.
You're not
old.
old at all.
Well, I look at it like my age may not be as old as others, but when I look at my biological clock, I am old. I may have
Not
a
really.
good 2 years before I may need to go to the clinic and get help to have children. Or,
No.
Girl,
or I'm
stop.
gonna
That
have
does
to
not go for
lay in
everybody.
some sackcloth and ashes, you know, and cry out to God.
I know plenty of people who have babies in their 40s.
Okay.
We know one very well. So.
Okay, yes, it is possible,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be a 40-plus-year-old mom. to
I'm
this
telling
new
you right
baby.
now, I would not care.
understand what you're
I
saying.
would-
I wouldn't
If
care.
I
you
want-
have
If
one,
I
like,
wanted
for
a
those
child
who
and I
don't.
didn't have any,
Yeah.
I wouldn't care if I was 50. If I could get
Right.
pregnant and have a baby, I would not never say, "Oh, I'm too old. I ain't gonna do it." No.
Well, I'm
Because
not
you
saying
have
that
what you
I
always
wouldn't.
wanted.
And I'm not saying that I would be like, oh, how dare I get pregnant at 4. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that is not what I want for my life. Me. God
Yeah.
may have other plans. But I'm just saying, me, myself, I do not
You
want
don't want
to
to
be
feel like
that
a
old. I want to be able
parent.
to, in my 30s, still have children. That
Yeah.
way, my son and the new baby could be, at least live in the same home before he goes off to college.
Well,
know?
it may not play out like that. I mean, it just depends on what happens. You just
Yeah.
have to pray and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
What's so weird is that I think I'm the only one in our whole entire family who has wanted a huge family. When I was little,
Yeah, I don't
was
want a
like,
huge family.
I
Well,
wanted 10 plus children.
oh,
I was like,
no.
God, I never
No,
would
I
put
don't
a
want that.
number on how many children I want. If I had to get pregnant every single year, I
Whoa.
would not complain. I have always wanted a huge family. I've always wanted a husband and a bunch of kids. And I'm the one with one.
Well, at least you,
life is not over.
I was gonna say, at least you
have a
do
child,
have. We don't have
yeah.
children, but you know what? For some reason, I don't know. Every time I think about,
That
time clock is ticking,
Yeah.
I just have this calm or peace about it.
You're
that
content.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I don't.
And I
just-
have seen so many people who just did not expect that within
Mhm.
3 months they
Yeah.
would be looking at their husband.
I don't want to 3
Okay.
months.
No, I'm not saying
you
you'll
mean
be
you-
married,
you meet
but
them.
you'll
Oh,
meet
okay,
them
yeah.
like when
Yeah.
you least expect it, when
Yeah.
you are content with the way things
Yeah.
are, and here he comes out of nowhere.
Well, I've been content for a very long time. Like,
I don't know. I
child,
just
it's
I
hard
don't
for me
worry.
to see attractive people. I'm like,
What?
can I like? I can't remember the last time that I have seen a guy that I'm like, wow, he looks really, really
Oh no,
good.
the other day, girl.
Okay, for you, it's like, man, I don't really get to see him that
But
often.
your husband may not be the man that you're like, wow.
That's true.
It may
Yeah.
just be somebody right
Yeah.
under your nose
Yeah.
that you're not
Yeah.
looking at right now.
That's true.
I don't think
I'm telling you, you'll
God
be
it
surprised.
happens.
Yes.
he doesn't bring siblings because I'm around no one.
Siblings, really.
I'm around.
I
no
say
one.
don't worry about it.
And I don't.
Life is so much smoother if you don't worry. I'm telling you, I have peace about it. I have for a
Yeah.
long time.
And not
Just
only that,
don't
you
worry
are not
about it.
alone because
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
that's just how it is
Yeah.
today.
It's hard to
People
find
do
someone.
not value marriage.
They don't.
People would rather just live with you and you be their baby
Yep.
mama or whatever.
Oh, no.
Like that's what I'm saying. A
Mates
lot of
with
people are
benefits.
not looking for marriage, especially younger.
Yeah.
A lot of people get married later on in life because people have matured, and
Yeah, that's just
I know
not,
so many single people. We know a lot of them where
we
it's
do.
like they are wonderful people, but it's just so hard to find somebody.
It is.
It
You know,
is. And
That's
then
why you
there-
can't worry about it. You
Yeah.
gotta hand it over to God.
Yeah.
Let
And
him
I,
do it.
I literally don't. In my daily life, I don't think about that at all. I think about having children more than I think about a husband, because that's
because
something
you just
that.
want that family.
And then too, like, I don't know if anybody else can speak to this, but when you get a certain age, you get baby fever, whether you've had a child before or not. And it's like, oh my gosh, I want a baby. And especially
I have
for
not
me.
had baby
I was
fever
about
yet.
to say,
And
not
y'all
yet.
know I have
And
3
I'm not
kids,
that
and baby
young.
fever is nowhere near.
Yeah.
I do.
I like all children, someone else's
You
kids.
do.
I love children.
You do.
But
You do.
I can't see myself with any right now. Like
I
in
don't
the
have
place
baby
where
fever.
I am, I don't have baby fever. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I thought that was,
That was an awesome
something
question.
that would make others think. And,
Yeah.
guys, I want you guys to ask yourself this question. What do you really want from your heart and soul? Ask yourself that hard question, because it doesn't always have to be a spiritual answer. Because
Yeah.
like my spiritual answer was just to overcome the things that I could not say no to, So that, I mean, it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
so spiritual and so holy and,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be something so
Just
deep.
tell the truth to yourself.
Tell
'cause
the
that's
truth,
what I
because
do.
God knows it before you get to
Yeah.
say it. So, yeah, but we do have another topic for today. And I thought this was a really fun topic and something that, again, will help us do better. For the ones who come and they listen to us and they take some of these tips, I think it breeds good people. It breeds people thinking about others, because that does not happen in the world. Everybody is so self-absorbed and they're only thinking
that's
about
true.
what they can get. They're selfish. So our topic for today is 4 ways to bless others.
Okay.
And this
Great
is
topic.
Yeah, it's all about other people. And we're going to talk about how we can bless people with your time, your money, with knowledge, and with your influence.
Okay.
So let's start with blessing people with your time. So for me, what does that, okay, I'll ask you guys, what does that mean to you, to bless someone with your time?
I think this is a really good topic with your time, as far as like spending time with family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I think of who needs my time,
Yeah.
I would say my children
Yes.
need my time.
Yes.
Of course, a lot of parents, they work so much.
Mhm.
They, when you think about the time that you spend with your kids,
Yeah.
the normal parent may spend an hour or two, because
Maybe.
the kids are in school all day.
Yeah.
Some of them go from school to daycare, and then the parents pick them up. And then even when you get home, you have to cook dinner. You have to get ready for the next day.
So you're not spending quality time, even though you're in the same room.
Yeah, that's
You
not
know.
really time.
No.
And then I think about my parents.
Yeah.
Now that we're all grown and we
Yeah.
are out of the house,
Yeah.
and even though sometimes they may not want to see all of us barging in their house, but I think
Yeah.
they really appreciate
They
us
do.
coming over, talking to
Yeah.
them, spending time.
Getting advice.
Yeah.
Because
that's
I
true.
mean, we will not always have our parents,
That's
Yeah.
true.
so they need our time as
Yeah.
much as possible.
yeah.
Or like this a few weeks ago, our mom got a little sick. And she needed help. So we
Yeah.
all got in there and helped cleaned up and all that.
Yeah.
Like that took a load off of her.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just another example of how you can
Spend your time.
yeah, yeah.
Use your time helping
Yeah.
Right.
others.
Yeah.
Like,
That blessed
go in
her.
there.
Ask her.
Yeah. Go and cook dinner for
Yeah.
somebody. You don't
Yeah.
have to, do you want us to make dinner?
Right,
No,
just
just
bring
say,
it.
hey, tomorrow I'm making you dinner. Don't even worry about
That's
it.
a good idea.
I think when you ask someone 1st, I know initially some people would think, oh no, but I'm being considerate because I ask you what you need. But I think about the other person. That could be a burden for them. It's like, oh my goodness, you're asking me what you could do. Oh, well, you're taking so much time out of your busy schedule. I know you don't have the time. And then, oh, you want me to think of something? What if that thing is too short and you're wasting your time? It's a burden to ask someone else. So I think the best thing to do is just to do it.
I think they appreciate it more.
Yes,
They do.
And I know with
Yeah.
me, if you ask me, I will say, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Because I'm not the
all
type.
of us will do the same.
Yeah.
thing.
I don't like accepting help, even though I may need it. I just do not like that.
No,
Really?
I
I
will
do
take
it.
help. I'm not like that. I will receive it gladly. I don't. I'm not. I've never been ashamed to ask for help. Now, well, in certain circumstances.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So.
I'm not ashamed to ask for help. I just don't. I don't want to be a burden.
Yeah, that's
It's
how
like I can
look
do
at
it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna bother anybody. So.
Yeah, in my eyes, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I know, that everybody got my back. I'm not worried about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like I don't have that thought. I'm like, I know I'm gonna get some help from who I don't know, but somebody's gonna help.
Somebody's
me.
going to step
Right,
into the plate.
yeah.
And we always have. Our family is just like that.
Yeah.
But we never let one of ours fall to the ground. We come and swoop down from the nest and pick you back
And
up.
that's the benefit of having a
Yeah.
big family. Like
Yeah,
our
it's
parents had 10 of us.
Yeah.
Same mother, same father.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like if we want to give our parents something to bless them, it's so many of us.
It is.
Well,
It
we can
is.
make it happen
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
And we do.
Yeah.
We do. I think we were just taught to do that. But I think with blessing someone with our time, I think for a lot of people that speaks more than just something. Like think about a birthday. And think about someone who is older, because when I think about blessing someone with your time, I think about the elderly because they've raised their families. Sometimes or the other spouse is gone and they're alone, and they may be either living by themselves or they're in a nursing home for whatever the situation is. But I think about how important it is for that person to think, oh my goodness, you actually want to sit with me?
Yeah.
Like
Prime
I'm-
example is our
Yeah.
grandmother.
Yeah.
She passed away at 94
94.
Yeah.
or 96.
It was 94, I believe.
Yeah,
know
but
we-
I'm telling you, when she saw one of us come through the door just to give her a visit, that meant more to her than
Yeah.
money,
Yeah.
gifts,
Yeah.
anything.
And she
agree.
would
Yeah.
always, when we would see her, she would always be like, just come down here, because I lived a little bit behind her. And I would always be like, oh, I'm going to find some time and I'm going to come up here and just sit with you for a couple of hours.
Oh, she
or
loved
whatever.
that.
Yeah.
And it would just, the look on her face, the joy. And I'm like, I haven't done it yet. I just said I'm going to do it. But I mean, that meant so much more, even though, it didn't have to be a lot of time. It
Yeah.
just, you could stop in just to say hi. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I got to go, but I wanted to come and see your face. I wanted to hug your neck. To me, that is a true blessing, because it's not something that can break and you have to throw it away, or
Yeah.
flowers that will die, you throw it away. Time is something that can build a memory,
Yeah.
and it's
And-
more special.
Another thing, if you can't physically go to see somebody, a phone call
Yeah.
is
Oh,
great.
yeah.
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 Just saying, hey, I just thought I'd give you a call to chat a little bit before I go to work, or before
Yeah.
Or you
that
can-
makes them know that you're thinking about
Yeah.
You
them.
can
Yeah.
send them a text.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
For our young people.
Yep.
Just texting
Or
somebody.
FaceTime. That's
Yeah.
so convenient
Skype.
nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
They can see your face, talk to you for
Yeah.
as long as you want, and it's so easy to do
Yeah.
because most people have the electronics to do it. So I think time is a really good one. But I want to ask, who would benefit from spending time with you, like right now in your life? I know that you said that your kids,
My kids, yeah.
and my child as well, but who else would benefit? Because the blessings for people, it's for the other person. It's not just for you.
Yeah.
So who would you say would, benefit from you spending time with them.
You know what? I think now I don't do this. Maybe I should, but like you mentioned, nursing homes.
Yes.
I know a lot of people who go in and just talk to them. They may not be related to them,
and they may not know them.
yeah.
at all.
Like I know my daughter, her school took a trip to a nursing home during Christmas, and they went. They sung songs to
We
them.
did
They
that
wrote
one time.
notes. They made
Yeah.
them cards. And even though they didn't know them, that blessed them because some of them don't even have visitors coming.
Yeah, at all.
So that's somebody who is not in your family or whatever that would benefit from your time.
I think that's true. Strangers on the street. I think about those fellow single moms. I have seen them time and time again, and I don't do this a lot because I feel like if it were me, I'd be like, please do not come up to me. But I have seen these moms struggling. They have a newborn and they have a toddler. They have a buggy full and they're trying to open the car. Stuff is dropping, babies are crying. And it's like, if it were me, I would want help, but I would never ask.
Yeah.
And I think that would be really special for you to take a couple of minutes to like help the mom. You want me to open the door for you?
Yeah.
Would you like for me to unload your groceries while you put the babies in the car? I just want to help. I think that would be such a blessing to a single mom, or even just if she's married and her husband's at work and she just had a baby and she's going through postpartum, whatever. I think helping a stranger is such a good thing to do.
Yeah. You know, I was in the store. I went into Dollar General one time, me and my kids, and this lady had a baby in a stroller. And when you're pushing a stroller, it's hard to open a door to get into the store. And it was a guy in front of her, and instead of holding the door so she could push her stroller in, he just went on. And I was like, why would you not open the door? And my son, because he is taught, we had already walked in the store. He turned around, went back to the door, and opened the door for the lady. And it's like, she was, oh, thank you, because she had her purse and all of that, and then the baby was in a stroller. And sometimes you have to turn the stroller around,
pick it up a little
use your
bit
back to push the door open. But some people are so rude. Like it would not take much to open the door for that lady.
It doesn't.
No. And a lot of times, like when I drop my son off to school, and it gets on my nerves, but I'm so glad that he's like that. When I drop him off, sometimes when we're running late, I'm like, go in the building so you're not tardy. Just go. And he will come, and of course there's a lot of kids coming in that go to their like the kindergarten classes. They don't there's always a lot of those kids, and they're always girls, and he will always hold the door. It doesn't matter how long it takes, it doesn't matter how many people, it doesn't matter how far away. He will sit there until and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
It is.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I
please don't be
appreciate that.
late. And he will be tardy because it's like, I mean, I can see that it just, he wouldn't feel right to slam the door.
It's rude.
It is. I was at the grocery store the other day, and I had the buggy thing. It was kind of far away, and I don't mind doing it because I like to walk.
Yeah.
And this guy, he was like, oh, you know what? Give me a buggy. I said, no, you don't have to. My daddy will whoop my behind if I don't do it. And he got my buggy for me. I was, thank you. Yeah, that was really sweet.
I really, because chivalry is almost dead. That
Oh,
horse has
it
been
is
beaten.
dead. Yes.
It's hard to find, and we live in the South. It's hard to find a really good, well-taught Southern gentleman to come open the door for you. You know,
I don't know. I've had a lot of guys who will open the door.
Yeah,
I rarely run into one
Me
who would
too.
just let it slam in your face.
Okay, true. That's us. That's us. But I have seen it happen to so many people.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how? You don't see her?
I don't understand, but I guess we carry ourselves in a manner
I
that
think that's
they
what it
feel
is.
not an obligation, but I've noticed like
You usually earn more respect.
Right.
I don't
guess.
know
and
what it is.
I don't know what it is, but I've noticed that like I've seen it. A person will open the door for me, and someone else will be coming. It just slams, and they don't care.
Yeah,
They keep
and I'm just
walking.
like,
And I'm
it's not
and
just
it wasn't
me.
right. It wasn't like he was pinpoint. It was I don't know. I guess it's the demeanor or the way we carry ourselves. I don't know.
I
I don't know.
guess.
Like one man, he I don't know. It was like I was a princess or something. He had his arm. He did the little wave like they used to do back in the day. Yeah, I was like, okay, sure, thanks. I don't know.
A lot of times they
It
won't
could
do
be
that
it.
for other people.
Well, I think he just saw that you looked like a respectable young lady, and he felt like he needed to open the door for you. I
Maybe
mean,
that's what it was. I don't know.
because I mean, let's be honest, it's a lot of women out here that
They don't
not carrying themselves
Yeah.
very well,
Yeah.
and the way they act may not be very good,
Yeah.
and he may not give her the same respect that he would give a woman who is carrying herself better.
Yeah.
That is
I don't
true.
know, but
That is
Well,
so true.
he should still open the door for her.
I
or
agree.
Put her buggy back or whatever else. I don't know.
But
you know.
take her
because-
groceries to the car. Come on.
But I think that what changes it is the interactions that they have with people like that. Like if
Oh,
they
okay,
have
yeah.
negative instances with those kind of people where it's like, well, can I put your buggy back? No, I can do it myself because I'm independent. It's like, oh, okay.
And I mean, think about it. Okay, there are two women. There's a respectable one, and then there's a woman you look over, and she's cussing her kids out.
Yeah.
and, you know, acting like that. Do you really think he gonna go up?
No.
Hey, young lady, can I take your buggy and put it up for you? Get out my face. You
Yeah.
know, there are people who act
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
true.
crazy.
Oh, I have seen it.
Really?
I have seen
Yeah.
multiple women
Wow.
in the store just cussing their kids out loud.
I
They
hate
do
that.
not
That is
care
so-
who hear them.
I don't like that either. And the
I'm
child's
telling you.
face is like so crushed.
Oh, girl, they used to it. They probably hear it all the time at home, and they,
But
they
that
used
is
to it.
so bad to be, because in my mind, I'm like, you cuss this child out like that's just a dog on the street. Like, this is a
I
human
don't get
being.
it.
But you know what? Going with that, I would say I want to ask about blessing people with your influence.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of We Seek First podcast. You can find us on our blog at www.weseekfirst.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest at We Seek First. Again, thank you for your support and join us next time for a bit of encouragement as Christ encourages us.